Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm coming back with 15 more cruise essentials that you'll need for your next cruise. If you haven't seen my first cruise essentials video, go ahead and check that out. I will link that down below. You can find all the items I talk about today in my Amazon storefront. But if you don't know what to pack, you don't know where to start, I have a free cruise checklist and an Amazon essentials packing list to help you get ready for your first cruise, your next cruise, your last cruise, whatever it is. So let's get into it. Number one, simple medicines. And what I mean by simple medicines, I mean like Tylenol, Pepto-Bismol, cold medicine, things of that nature. You don't know what could potentially happen to you while you're on your cruise, and it's best to be prepared for it, because let me tell you, when you get on that cruise, if you need to buy anything, it's going to be 3 times the price in that store, in those shops on the cruise. I suggest that you pack those medicines in advance just in case the food the way that food set up, sometimes you might need a little Pepto. Along with that comes number 2, which is a first aid kit. Now, you don't need the big huge one with all the bells and whistles in it. You just need a little mini travel case, and that's just in case if you might cut yourself or you might need to wrap something up. Real small, real simple things, nothing too crazy. Number 3, sunscreen. You need to pack some sunscreen, especially if you're going to the Caribbeans. And I don't care if you're going in January, December, it does not matter. It is hot in the Caribbeans all year long. You're going to need it. And along with that sunscreen, get you some off spray. Now, depending on where you're going, especially in the Caribbean, you might need some off spray. If you're doing an excursion and you're going anywhere into the jungle, Mayan ruins, maybe even ATV riding, you're going to need some off. You do not want to potentially get bit up by anything and be uncomfortable for your rest of your cruise, so please pack you some off. All right, number 5, a 4-in-1 charger or a 3-in-1 charger, basically a multi-port charger. Now, in my first one, I talked about a multi-port outlet so you can put many things to plug in. If you can't get that, definitely get a multi-port charger, one that has different heads that comes with it, whether it be a USB-C, a lightning charger, especially if you're somebody like me who's taking a phone, a camera, a switch. You're going to need those multiple charging devices. Number 6, a beach tote. It's always good to be prepared as you can for a port day, especially if you're doing an excursion, if you're going to a resort, a beach, or whatever the case may be. You want something big enough that's going to carry everything, but it's also not overpowering and feel like it's weighing you down. So a good beach tote is going to come in handy for those port days and those excursions. Number 7, a sun hat. Now, this feels like something that doesn't need to be said, but it's definitely needed. A sun hat is definitely needed. The sun is bright and beaming, okay, y'all? It is beaming. Having a sun hat, or you can have a regular ball cap, whatever the case may be. I just prefer a sun hat. I like how it looks. It gives vacation, but something covering your head from the sun for sure. And along with that, number 8, some sunglasses. Again, it seems like something that we will already know to pack, but hey, here we are. As well as protecting your head, protect those eyes. Now, me, I'm blind, so my glasses are my sunglasses, but sometimes I like to take my glasses off and get the little cute sunglasses to give a look or two, but still, those are very much needed as well. Number 9, since I skipped it somehow, is non-slip slides. Long story short, you're going to need some slides on that boat. They really come in handy when you're walking around the boat. They're comfortable, they're simple, your toes are out. And if you don't want to wear them around the boat, you can absolutely wear them as shower shoes and leave them as shower shoes for your bathroom and around your cabin. That's perfectly fine too. But bring you some non-slip slides. Thank you. Number 10, swim shoes. Now, these are very specific to if you're going to a beach somewhere in the water, especially if your excursion is like swimming with the dolphins or something like that, or snorkeling. Get you some swim shoes. Those are going to help you give the grip that you need on the floor, on the ocean floor. And on top of that, you don't have to worry about feeling the grit of the rocks and everything and feel uncomfortable walking on sand. So we went to Passion Island, and at that beach, when you got into the ocean, there was the shore, but there was like a drop off to get actually into the ocean. And it was a bit of a dip of a drop off. In that drop off, it was like rocks and grit and like all this kind of stuff that felt uncomfortable to step on. So avoid all of that and get some swim shoes. Number 11, a fanny pack. A fanny pack is essential around the cruise and port day. If you're not going to a beach or anything, you're just going into the town, fanny packs come in handy. If you're somebody like me who has to carry around their inhaler or other small nooks and crannies, maybe you want some lip gloss or something that you want on hand with you all the time, but you don't have pockets, because you know women's clothes don't believe in pockets. or you just don't want the potential trouble of things falling out of your pockets, fanny pack. Number 12, a shower caddy or a toiletry bag. So if you have something that just has your main toiletries in, like your toothbrush, toothpaste, mouthwash, body wash, face wash, it's best to have it all in this bag on its own, so that way it's easier for you to carry it in and out the bathroom. Now, some people like to unpack all the way and leave their stuff in the bathroom. That's fine. Me personally, I don't like doing that because I'm usually sharing my cabin with someone. And also, when the ship is rocking, that stuff is going to move back and forth with the rocking. So to prevent it from falling down and taking up space, I like to have a little toiletry bag to have all my stuff in that I take in and out of the bathroom. And speaking of bathroom, number 13, that poopery spray is needed, okay? I don't know if it's like the plumbing system, the water, or what, but everything is gonna stink. The bathroom is just gonna stink before you even use the bathroom. So after you use the bathroom, it's gonna just stink. So that poopery spray is good to spray for before and after, so you don't have to deal with that poopy smell. And I think it's just the water system. I don't know, but it just don't smell good in the bathroom. Number 14, a 12 pack of canned drinks. So you can bring aboard a 12 pack of canned drinks. You can't bring water anymore. Can't bring anything bottled, but you can bring up to a 12 pack of a canned regular non-alcoholic drink. So take advantage of that. Put it in your carry-on. They don't have to be in the box, especially if you didn't get the drink package. Now you have a little bit more variety of what you can drink on the ship. And number 15, a bottle of wine or champagne. Yes, you can bring those on board. You can bring one bottle per person as well as one pack of 12 pack of canned drinks per person. I believe it has to be up to 750 milliliters, and I think like 7 or 8% alcohol volume. Definitely take advantage of it. If you want to have mimosas in your room, or you want to enjoy wine in your room or at dinner, you can do that on your own. Again, especially if you don't have the drink package. I will say that they will try to charge you for a cork fee, even if you have brought a corkscrew, and also bring a corkscrew or bring bottles that you know you don't need a corkscrew for. I suggest go ahead and packing a corkscrew if you're deciding to pack wine or champagne, just in case you don't come into the point of having a bottle with a corkscrew and you can't open it. All right, y'all. So those are my 15 cruise essentials. If there was any cruise essentials that you think I missed, comment down below. Also, comment down below your favorite cruise ship, your favorite cruise line. I would love to hear from y'all. All right, I'll catch you on my next one. Bye.